Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is a continuation of the interview with Toni. Did I pronounce that correctly? Toni.
Tag. That's easier.
Tag. Okay. So in this piece of the interview, we will talk about her career, the future, and the fashion week that's coming in February. So look, Toni is, you can see, a very beautiful model, and I'm sure we'll walk on a number of stage. At least I work with the Art Heart Fashion Week, I work with the Couture Fashion Week, I work with Style Fashion Week, and quite a few Walk Fashion Week, quite a few small, decent productions. It's not maybe the main one, Fashion Week, but it's still respectable venues where models walk, and perhaps I can take you to a few red carpet events. So if you guys see that that girl can make your dress, your shoes, your look to glow, and pay attention, maybe you can rely on my pictures and my video and her beauty, that those garments could be noticed, whether it's a jewelry or like particular drink, and we can help you to move the dial and get those views and publications out. As you can see, I got quite a few publications, and we have right now about 6 articles actually in the publication process. So soon it will be a whole bunch of new articles coming out in different organizations and respectable, decent streams, like whether it's online or print. So perhaps Toni can move your brand further. So my next question is, how do models change life? Like, is there a possibility as a model for you to have a profound effect on your personal life or someone else's life?
That's my goal, is to have a profound effect on someone else's life, because that's my main goal as a model, is to fight against self-esteem. I want to develop my own nonprofit organization that specializes in self-esteem. I want to be a healthy, a well-known advocate that promotes healthy self-esteem. I want to be known specifically for that. So to touch someone's life, to change someone's life, that's my main goal as a model. It's bigger than me. I want to target girls in a certain age and boys, probably like 9th grade, when you're just finding your identity, when you're just discovering who you are. I feel like that's when you're succumb to peer pressure. You're open to different cliques and stuff like that. You're kind of trying to find who you are, and I feel like that's when self-esteem is important. Even it could even start earlier. Like self-esteem, I just feel like is something that's just not spoken about. And there's 6 pillars of self-esteem, and people don't know that. And I've done so much research on self-esteem and the effects of self-esteem and how much it can affect you growing up and stuff like that. But that's just really what I want to target. So I do think that I can affect the lives of others. That's my main goal, definitely.
But in people model because they want to build their self-esteem. Some people, and they want to see if they have a tough skin to be on a runway and to be in front of the camera. They can take it like whether criticism or likes and flattery. But also some people have way too much self-esteem, and they think they are divas and they are very important, and in real life, and when they post those pictures, tell them, the real value, basically the market makes everybody equal, because whether you come from means of wealth and really or you're poor or like good looking or not good looking, the Instagram, those social media makes it fair for everybody. If you have the looks, people will give you likes. If you don't have, if you have that kind of, I would say, more like a lack of taste in the, let's say you join a production that's kind of vulgar and not appropriate, and you put yourself in that crew. People say, oh, you work with that guy, and that guy is a pervert, that guy is a bad guy, so you must not do your research on him. You didn't know who you're working with, so maybe we don't want to work with you because you associate with folks who don't have much credibility. Or on the other side, if you join reputable productions like Cosmopolitan, Vogue, and stuff. Oh, that girl actually has a class, and people with a taste actually pay attention to her and have her on their crew. She must come on time. She must probably be reliable and proper. So, like, how the self-esteem could be developed or kind of altered through the modeling? Can it be a piece of something that models gain from this?
Yes, definitely. For me, it was something that I gained. Like, I had very little self-esteem before I started modeling. Like, I grew my self-esteem through modeling, actually. Like, I grew it over the years through modeling, being comfortable in front of the camera, being comfortable. Like, it's to the point now, like I love doing photo shoots, of course, but like I saw it transforming me. Like, even like my first vlog that I ever posted on YouTube was about my how it transformed me, and I speak about it, like how I felt like it was transforming me. It was making me feel stronger as a person, because I've been through some things, of course, when I was younger, like everybody else, and so it really just made me feel more confident in myself and in my well-being as a person.
What about guys? Like, is modeling, like, we have a president right now, and the first lady used to be a model, by the way, and she was pretty, and she found the guy that she likes, and she took him, and she became like a first lady at the present moment. But so modeling for her changed her life dramatically. She came from a different country. She didn't, had like access to the highest society, and we see her now as the first lady. So obviously, what's the because people think, oh, if she's a model, she's a diva, she's like, I can't date her, or like, so if she's a model, maybe she has those issues. What are the predicaments in dating in the human? Because models are humans like everybody else. Like, if you're just so beautiful, people think, oh, unbelievable, she's out of my reach. Like, yeah, like, they on this other side. So someone normal afraid to approach you, someone who is cocky and have overconfidence, those are the guys who actually reach out because they don't care, they don't pay attention. They like, what's the story behind this?
I think it goes both ways. Sometimes it just depends. Like, I know guys definitely are afraid to approach models. Like, they feel intimidated. They're like, oh my God, like, you're so pretty. I'm pretty sure you're used to this, you're used to that. But when it comes down to it, most models just want a guy that likes them for them, not just because they're a model, like, that's not all we are. Again, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're much more than model. So, like, we want them to know that we're much more than that.
The difference, like, let's say a guy dating just regular girl and a guy dating same girl who models. Is there any particular, let's say they get jealous because she's barely dressed on many sets? They get, oh, she goes to take pictures, maybe she does something more than those pictures on that set to get that role. Like, how that okay, because you when people model and you get approached by so many people, look, oh, how do you respond to all those messages? What's behind this?
It's really, you really gotta, let me really think about this, because it's not a difficult question, but it's like a thin line, because you don't want to come off like, because it's like I said, this guy's going to be messaging.
They say, okay, if you're with me, you stop modeling, either me or modeling, or they say, you know what, it's your life, you have fun with this, just as long as you not do tricks and something that I'm not comfortable with, have fun and do your thing.
No, you have to date a guy that's confident in himself too. Like, he can't be insecure. Like, he has to accept what you're doing, because this is your work, this is your job. So he has to accept it. You're going to be on set, and he has to trust you. Like, you're going to be on set and you may be taking off your clothes in front of 10 strangers. Like, it is what it is. Like, that happens. Like, he has to just accept that. So most times models will date people that are in the industry already, so they have a feel of it, or normal people. Like, to dating someone that's not in the industry is different, because they don't understand it. Like I said, like you said, but you're taking off your clothes for certain shots and stuff like that. So it's a trust thing. I think you really have to trust someone to date a model, and you really have to know that person. Like I said, it's not you're not dating just a model. You're dating more than just a model. They're still a person. You don't have to be intimidated by them. You don't have to be scared. We're just people. Like, same thing with celebrities. It's the same thing. They're people. They're still people at the end of the day. All they do is have a talent. That's it.
Okay. Let's finish this with a question. How do you fight your competition? We're in New York. New York is the capital of modeling industry. There are more models here than anywhere else. People come from all over the world, and some girls are willing to do it for free. Some girls are willing to pay for to be on a cover. Some girls want to get paid. Like, it's and a lot of productions taking place. A lot of how do you compete in this world? Do you lower your standards? Do you do particular? Is there any particular traits that could be done to compete in this such a saturated, tough market?
I don't lower my standards, for one. I keep my standards very high, and I what I do is I stay consistent. What I try and do is stay consistent, and I try and work with the right people. I network. I really network a lot to meet with the right people to produce the right content, to produce the right pictures, to get me noticed, to the right people to produce the right videos and stuff like that, promo videos to get me to the next level, to get me with the right people. So I think it really just depends on you as a person, you as a model, really just stepping forward and putting yourself out there and staying true to yourself, being unique, just being yourself. I think that's how you stay on top of the competition, being yourself, because there's so many people that want to be everybody else. So when you stay to yourself and you stay true to yourself and stay true to who you are, and as long as you can build that brand, you shouldn't fall, you shouldn't fail, because you're staying true to yourself, staying true to who you are. And when you're staying true to who you are, you can't lose, because you're yourself.
Let's say you came to my YouTube space production, you came to my show at Skyroom. Like, what did you observe? Those productions are not, even though we use Red 8K camera and we have very experienced guys like Sean and people who know what they are really doing in production, but it's really simple, low cost, low budget productions. And what do you think of this process? Do you think it has merits? Because I get quite a bit of criticism. Oh, you have to spend tremendous amount of money. You have to pay everybody. You have to, if you do it, you're doing on a full scale. And when you do it, hundreds and hundreds of those becomes expensive. So if you want to be relevant in fashion, you have to be able to produce those relatively at low cost, and be able to, if it makes sense, then you raise your budget.
Right.
But I hopefully no one offend you, no one bother you. Like, YouTube space is a very noble space, and here at Breaker, I don't think anybody did anything bad to you, and the Skyroom also, I think, was a decent place for you.
Sure. I think it just, like I said, it just all depends on who you are. You're staying true to yourself and staying true to your brand. As long as you have an idea and you execute your plan from A to B, from A to Z, sorry, as long as you...
What do you look in people? Like, why did you come to my production? Why did you came today here? How did I gain your trust?
The YouTube space, definitely. That was yeah, and you're also the other event I went to before that. I think it was just your energy, of course, and then how you are with your models and how diverse your models are. I love that. That was another reason why I came to the show. I just wanted to see how your models are and stuff like that, and I wanted to see your line. And you just do so much, and I just think that it's just nice that you're also a photographer. You just I don't know. I like you. You're cool. Like, your vibes are genuine, and you're building something, and you're consistent with it. And same with Mark from Number 3 magazine. I love them. I love working with them. I work closely with them too. So it's just like working with people that I know I can get places with. Not even places. It's just we can produce good content with. They're just as creative as I am. Like, I can see that you are creative and that you want to create good content and produce good content to give people, kind of what they want. It's just, yeah.
Thank you, guys. If you want to book that lady and work with her as a model, her mom is here. Maybe you can provide like Instagram and their like contacts. So, and if you have enough comments and questions, we might have Toni back here with more questions like. Why do you need an agent? Maybe you can do everything on your own, or it's better to have your mom to watch your back and have your best heart. You know, when you have a stranger to be being your agent, they have their own agenda and they might put you in harm's way. But it's when it's your mom, it's very little chance that your mom will try to hurt you. And her interest is embedded in you. Have the same heart. So let's talk. Maybe give us some questions that you might have for Toni for next month.
Yeah.
Thank you.